In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the 100-handed ones of Theros are described as massive humanoid creatures with skin the color and smoothness of marble, typically surrounded by extra pairs of arms that orbit around their bodies like moons around a planet, unmoving until they're needed. Legends say that the 100-handed giants were once the architects of the Archons, the tyrannical godlike beings that once ruled over Theros, and they were given their extra limbs via dark rituals that stole power from other giants and elementals of the land. Regardless of their true origin, it is known that they were the primary artisans of the Archon's age, and while many delighted in creating for their masters, a select few realized that their creations were being used in the Archon's endless wars, and decided to take a stand against them. The few 100-handed ones that remain on Theros now are usually found in seaside caves where they can carve their memories and histories of a bygone age into stone, creating effigies of beings long dead, and monuments to the remnant of history that still lives in their minds. Some, however, have begun moving closer to temples, cities, and ancient sites, and some theorize that this is so they can be closer to the works of art that they created when the world was young. The 100-handed ones have an AC of 15, 243 HP, and a speed of 40. They have amazing stats across the board as well as strong saves and skills. They have the trait Reactive, allowing them to take one reaction per turn of combat, and the trait Vigilant that makes them immune to being surprised. On their turns, they can make either 4 long sword attacks or 2 rock attacks, with the sword dealing 11 to 32 damage per strike for a total of 44 to 128 per turn, and the rock dealing 12 to 48 per hit for a turn total of 24 to 96. Their only reaction is Deflect Attack, in which they can add +5 to their AC against one weapon attack they can see. As a DM, I would use this creature as a mid-level boss, able to hold its own against a standard party. Since the longsword has a reach of 15 feet and a much higher damage potential than the rock throw, I would use it to deal damage as much as possible, using the rocks only for those who have managed to stay out of range, such as spellcasters. Since the 100-handed one can deflect most attacks from tanks, melee damage dealers, and ranged fighters, they should be focusing their attacks on spellcasters and healers first, getting rid of those who have a higher chance of hurting them. From there, they would simply whittle down the remaining players by doing one attack on 4 different people per turn, or focusing 4 on 1 to get rid of players one at a time. In Greek mythology, the Hecatonkeri, also known as the 100-handed ones, were a set of 3 giant brothers of enormous size and strength with 50 heads and 100 arms each, named Codus the Furious, Briareus the Sea Goat, and Gyges the Long-Limbed. They were offspring of Uranus the Sky Titan and Gaia the Earth Titan, and the last of their 18 siblings to be born. These other siblings included the 12 Elder Titans and the 3 one-eyed Cyclopses, who were seen as abominations by their father and locked away alongside their 3 giant brothers. When Cronus overthrew his father and became ruler of the Titans, he refused to release the Cyclops and the giant brothers, preferring to keep them out of sight, much like his father. The direct result of this selfish decision was that when Zeus slew his Titan father and started the war against the Titans, he found 6 very angry and very useful allies in those who had been locked away. They aided in the defeat of their Titan siblings, and when the Titans were locked away in Tartarus, it was the 100-handers who were assigned to be their guards, giving the 3 prisoners of the Titans justice at last. In comparing the monster to the myth, we find that the 100-handed ones are loosely designed after the 3 giant brothers, but lacking the multiple heads of the original myth. In addition, the D&D creature appears to have some of the traits of Hephaestus the smith god. They, like him, are viewed as monstrous, yet have an artisan's heart. Interestingly enough, the Hecatonkeri is a creature in 3rd edition, a creature with hundreds of arms and stubby tendrils like the roots of a tree for bodies that stand around 30 to 100 feet tall. This creature already existing in the D&D mythos may explain why there were some liberties taken with the 100-handed ones in D&D. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.